Life is unpredictable. Some days are bright and full of promise, while others bring unexpected storms that test our strength, patience, and resilience. Many people spend their lives waiting for perfect conditions, the right moment to chase their dreams, the ideal opportunity to take a risk, or a time when all obstacles have disappeared. They believe that only when everything is in place, when the sky is clear and the path is smooth, will they finally be able to act. But the truth is, if you keep waiting for everything to be just right, you'll never move forward. The perfect moment is an illusion, a mirage that keeps us stagnant, convincing us that we are not yet ready, not yet capable, not yet in the right circumstances to begin. Instead of sitting still, worrying about the storm, why not learn to dance in it? Life isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about facing them, adapting, and growing despite the chaos. The most successful, happiest, and strongest people aren't the ones who never experience hardship. They are the ones who embrace the storm, learn from it, and keep moving forward regardless of the obstacles in their way. Storms are inevitable. No one has complete control over life. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, prepare, or hope for stability, challenges will inevitably arise. We may experience career setbacks that shake our confidence, financial struggles that make us question our security, the loss of loved ones that leave us heartbroken, or periods of uncertainty where we feel completely lost. These challenges, these storms, often arrive without warning, disrupting everything we have built and leaving us feeling powerless. Sometimes, these storms come in the form of unexpected job loss, making us doubt our worth and forcing us to start over. Other times, they appear as financial hardships, where bills pile up and solutions seem out of reach. Then there are the emotional storms, heartbreak, grief, and self-doubt that make even the simplest tasks feel overwhelming. Life's difficulties do not discriminate. They come for everyone, regardless of who we are, what we have, or how well we have planned our lives. But remember this, storms are not the end of the journey. They may be painful, exhausting, and discouraging, but they do not define us. Every great individual, every person who has achieved something meaningful has faced storms of their own. They did not have an easy path. They encountered obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt. But what set them apart was their refusal to give up. They did not sit back, waiting for the skies to clear or for circumstances to become easier. Instead, they learned how to keep moving forward, even in the midst of uncertainty. They adapted, they persevered, and they found ways to grow, despite the challenges that surrounded them. Take, for example, Walt Disney, who was once fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity. Instead of accepting defeat, he used the setback as fuel to pursue his dreams, eventually building one of the most successful entertainment empires in history. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who faced poverty, rejection from multiple publishers, and personal struggles before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. She did not wait for life to become easier before she took action. She kept writing, despite the hardships. Even Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years of imprisonment, did not let his suffering define him. He used his time in prison to strengthen his resolve and prepare for the day he would lead his country toward freedom and reconciliation. These people, like so many others, faced storms that could have easily broken them. But instead of waiting for things to improve, they chose to push forward, to learn, and to grow even when they couldn't see a clear path ahead. You have the power to keep moving forward. Storms may be inevitable, but how you respond to them is your choice. You can let them defeat you, or you can use them as stepping stones toward something greater. When life becomes uncertain, don't stop. Keep moving, keep learning, and trust that the storm will pass. Because in the end, It's not the challenges you face that define you, it's how you overcome them that shapes who you truly are. Those who dance in the storm. The most resilient and successful individuals in history did not rise to greatness during peaceful, easy times. Their strength, wisdom, and success were forged in hardship. They did not wait for perfect conditions, nor did they allow adversity to define them. Instead, they chose to face their struggles head-on, using every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years behind bars, nearly 3 decades of his life taken away from him. He could have spent that time in anger and bitterness, consumed by the injustice he faced. He could have chosen to wait passively for his release, hoping that someone else would fight for change. But he didn't. Instead, he used those long years to refine his vision, strengthen his leadership, and prepare for the day when he would guide an entire nation toward freedom and reconciliation. His time in prison did not weaken him. It transformed him into the leader who would later unite South Africa. Or consider Thomas Edison, a man whose persistence redefined the world. Edison failed not just once, not just a few times, but thousands of times while trying to invent the light bulb. It would have been easy for him to quit, to convince himself that he wasn't meant for success, to wait for inspiration to strike under better circumstances. But he didn't. He saw every failure as progress, every mistake as a step closer to success. His resilience is the reason we have electric light today. If he had waited for perfect conditions, the world might still be in darkness. Then there's J.K. Rowling, who endured a period of immense struggle before achieving success. She was a single mother living in poverty, barely able to afford basic necessities. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers who told her that her book had no potential. It would have been easy for her to give up, to believe that her circumstances were too difficult, that the timing wasn't right. But she didn't wait for the perfect moment. She kept writing, despite the hardships. And because of her perseverance, the world was introduced to the magic of Harry Potter, a story that has inspired millions. These individuals did not wait for smooth sailing. They didn't sit back and hope that life would become easier before they took action. Instead, they moved forward despite the storm, knowing that success is not about waiting for the right moment, but about creating it. The lesson: strength is built in the struggle. The stories of Mandela, Edison, and Rowling and countless others teach us a crucial lesson. True success is not about avoiding hardship, but about embracing it. If you wait for ideal conditions, you may never take that first step. But if you choose to dance in the storm, to persist despite the challenges, you will find that the struggle itself is what shapes you into the person you are meant to become. Life will always bring storms. The question is, will you wait for the skies to clear, or will you dance in the rain and move forward anyway? How to dance in the storm. How to dance in the storm. A mindset shift for resilience and success. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles. No matter who you are or how well you plan, storms will come. But what separates those who thrive from those who remain stuck is not luck or talent, it's mindset and action. If you want to keep moving forward, even in difficult times, you must shift your perspective and develop habits that empower you to overcome adversity. 1. Change your mindset. See challenges as opportunities. Most people see challenges as enemies, obstacles meant to slow them down, frustrate them, or make their journey harder. But what if you started viewing them as stepping stones instead? Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Hardships push you beyond your comfort zone, forcing you to learn new skills and develop resilience. An opportunity to learn. Failures and mistakes reveal valuable lessons that success never could. An opportunity to prove your strength The most powerful version of yourself is not built in easy times, but in moments of struggle. History is filled with people who turned obstacles into opportunities. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the very company he founded, but instead of letting failure define him, he used the time to reinvent himself and later returned to Apple stronger than ever. If he had seen the challenge as the end of his journey, the world might have never seen the iPhone, iPad, or MacBook as we know them today. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What is this trying to teach me?" That simple shift in perspective will make all the difference. 2. Take action even when it's imperfect. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they feel fully ready before taking action. They convince themselves that they need more knowledge, better timing, or a perfect plan before they start. But here's the truth: you will never feel 100% ready. The best athletes weren't experts when they first started training. The most successful entrepreneurs didn't have all the answers on day one. The greatest artists, writers, and innovators didn't wait until they were perfect before sharing their work with the world. If you wait for ideal conditions, you'll never begin. Progress comes from taking action, learning from your mistakes, adjusting, and improving along the way. Start small, make adjustments, and keep moving forward. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. 3. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. You can't control the storm. You can't control unexpected setbacks, the actions of others, or the difficulties life throws your way. But you can control how you respond. When faced with a challenge, focus on these 3 things. Your attitude: will you choose to see yourself as a victim, or will you see yourself as someone who overcomes obstacles? Your actions: what small steps can you take today, even if the situation isn't perfect? Your perspective: are you focusing on the problem, or are you looking for possible solutions? Instead of wasting energy worrying about things outside of your control, shift your attention to what you can do. This mindset alone will give you a sense of power, even in the most chaotic situations. 4. Find joy in the struggle. Embrace the journey. Most people believe happiness comes after success, after they've achieved their goals, after they've overcome all their problems, after life becomes perfect. But real joy doesn't come from reaching the destination. It comes from appreciating the journey, both the highs and the lows. Here's how you can find joy, even in tough times. Celebrate small wins. Instead of only focusing on the big goal, acknowledge the progress you've made along the way. Find meaning in setbacks. Every struggle teaches you something. Instead of being frustrated by obstacles, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who uplift and inspire you, even when things are difficult. Some of the greatest personal growth happens in times of hardship. Learn to appreciate the process, and you'll find happiness even in the middle of a storm. 5. Keep moving forward. No storm lasts forever. Storms can feel overwhelming, but they are always temporary. No matter how difficult things seem, this moment will pass. If you keep pushing forward, you will eventually break through the clouds and find blue skies again. If you keep learning and growing, you will come out of the storm stronger than before. If you refuse to quit, you will reach places you never thought possible. Think about all the challenges you've already overcome in life. At the time, they probably felt impossible, but you survived. You made it through, and you will make it through this storm too. Final thoughts. Dance in the storm. Don't wait for clear skies. Life will never be free of difficulties, but you have a choice. Will you let the storm stop you, or will you learn to dance in them? Change your mindset. See challenges as opportunities. Take action even when things aren't perfect. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. Find joy in the struggle. Appreciate the journey. Keep moving forward because no storm lasts forever. You are stronger than you think. The storm you're facing today is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. So don't wait for better conditions. Embrace the rain. Step forward and dance in the storm. Your struggles don't define you, your response does. Embrace the storm, the path to true strength. Life is unpredictable. No one is immune to hardship, failure, or unexpected setbacks. Some face financial struggles, others endure heartbreak, career disappointments, or personal loss. Storms come in many forms, and they often arrive without warning. But here's the truth. The most successful, fulfilled, and resilient people are not those who never encounter storms. They are the ones who learn to navigate through them. They understand that struggles are not signs of defeat, but opportunities for transformation. If you spend your life waiting for the perfect moment, for the challenges to disappear, for all conditions to be ideal, for smooth sailing, you will wait forever. There is no such thing as a path without obstacles. And the more you delay action in search of comfort, the further you move away from growth. Why challenges are necessary for success. Every great achievement in history was built on a foundation of perseverance through hardship. No legend was made in times of ease. Elon Musk didn't wait for guaranteed success before launching Tesla and SpaceX. He took risks, faced failures, and pushed forward when others doubted him. Serena Williams didn't wait for an easy path to greatness. She trained relentlessly, pushed through injuries, and refused to be defined by setbacks. Walt Disney was fired from his first job for lacking imagination and faced multiple business failures before creating the empire we know today. They didn't succeed because the skies were always clear. They succeeded because they refused to let the storm stop them. Learn to dance in the storm. Instead of fearing challenges, embrace them. See them as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Here's how you can build the mindset to thrive even in the toughest conditions. Accept that struggle is part of growth. The strongest trees grow in the harshest winds. Every difficulty you overcome makes you more resilient, more experienced, and more prepared for the next stage of your journey. Act even when things aren't perfect. If you wait for ideal conditions, you'll never start. Take the first step, make progress, and adjust as you go. Growth happens in motion, not in hesitation. Focus on what you can control. You may not be able to stop the storm, but you can choose how you respond to it. Shift your energy from worrying about what you can't change to taking action on what you can. Find meaning in adversity. Every setback carries a lesson. Instead of dwelling on failure, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this experience to become stronger? Keep moving forward. No storm lasts forever. If you keep pushing through, the skies will clear, and you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and ready for greater things. Final thoughts. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't about who faces fewer challenges. It's about who refuses to let challenges define them. Strength is not built in comfort. It is built in adversity, in moments when everything seems uncertain, and yet you choose to keep going. So stop waiting for an easy road. Stop waiting for clear skies before you take action. Instead, step forward with courage. Learn to dance in the storm. Because life isn't about avoiding hardships, it's about having the strength to move forward, even when the winds are raging.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.